events have created momentum and belief. You are looking at the rebirth of an Olympic dream.
She has an opportunity to be an Olympic medalist, maybe a gold medalist.
This will be Bella Karolyi's team in Sydney.
Bella Karolyi would love a veteran with this experience for the team.
Tell you what, she's taken the apple cart and flipped it upside down. At the Nationals, a surprising surge by Jamie Dantzscher, and a strong reminder that the American stars are Kristen Maloney and Elise Ray.
I'm not intimidated by taking the leadership role. I'm not scared to do it.
I have to earn my spot just like everyone else. Experience doesn't matter if you don't do what you need to do when the time's right.
This is it. This is what I've been working my whole life for.
Now comes the Olympic trials, and only 6 can go to the event of their dreams. NBC Sports welcomes you to the Fleet Center in Boston, Massachusetts for the 2000 Olympic Trials. We don't need Paul Revere to climb to the Old North Church and yell out the Olympics are coming. Everybody here knows that's the story. The carryover from the U.S. National Championships won by Elise Ray are the standings coming into this night 1 of 2 nights of competition. It is largely regarded that Elise Ray and Kristen Maloney are locks to represent the United States in Sydney. After that, 4 more women will go in the middle of September. That's the battle, and for Shannon Miller, there is no score carryover. 100% of what she does here tonight and tomorrow night live on NBC will determine whether she returns to the Olympic Games. Hi, everybody. I'm Al Troutwig, along with Elfie Schlegel and Tim Daggett, who know all about the pressure of the Olympic trials, and we have been waiting for this an awful long time. Meanwhile, do these Olympic trials determine who will represent the United States? Well, sort of. After tomorrow night's competition, we'll have a final standings, but still, Bella Karolyi will go into a room with 3 other members of a selection committee and come out with a list of 6 names, and that may or may not go according to the final standings. Tim, you've been talking to the gymnasts and the coaches over the past few days. What's the mood?
Well, at one point it felt like there might be a mutiny out on the floor. Things have calmed down just a little bit. But the thing that's important to know is the thing that the athletes and the coaches are so upset about is they don't know exactly what it's going to take to make it to the Olympic Games. And that's what's got them all frustrated. Imagine playing a game and not knowing the rules. How would you play? For many, they say that's just not good enough and not fair.
So, tension is the operative word here in Boston. Meanwhile, at the U.S. National Championships, the woman who wrote the headline was Jamie Dantzscher. A year ago, she wasn't even an Olympic hopeful. She was out of the picture. How did she resurrect her career, Elfie?
Well, Jamie would have told you a year ago she was the most uncoachable athlete. It was at the January training camp that Bella Karolyi pulled her aside and said, Jamie, you need to believe in yourself, that you can make this Olympic team and start acting like it. She went back to her coaches, the Rybeckys, and said, all I have to offer is commitment and desire. She's been doing that, and it's been working for her.
And there is Jamie Dantzscher with Steve Rybecky. His wife, Beth, is certainly in the neighborhood with her usual smile. Now, Jamie Dantzscher is beginning here on the uneven bars, which was a very solid event for her at the Nationals. She scored a 9.55 and a 9.60. So from San Dimas, California, comes this reborn Olympic dream.
Very aggressive bar worker. Plays gymnastics on this event.
And watch her release skills. She takes them sky high.
Right on. I tell you, every time you let go of that bar in a meet like this, it's like, yikes.
What a start. You know, at the Nationals, there was a feeling that there was a momentum and that the team could be deep and successful. This team has come so far in a year. That's Jamie's mom, Joyce, who might want to think about calling her travel agent. Now to Morgan White. Morgan doesn't know, like all the other gymnasts, what she needs to do to make the Olympic team. She just knows she needs to do better than she did at the National Championships. But she is a favorite of Bella Karolyi, and here that counts for a lot. What exactly happened to her, Tim and Elfie, at the National Championships in this vault?
Well, all week long we were watching Morgan, and she had problem after problem on this vault, and then in the competition, disaster.
over, all right? Oh, God. Morgan, you rushed. Cut everything off.
Oh my God, okay.
Hey, it's over, okay? You got 2 more events that are gonna count, all right?
So
Stay with
easy to
it.
do in that situation. So much pressure. First outing for the Olympic trials and everything on the line.
So from that fragile moment to this chance at the trials.
Yeah, and Mary Lee said she's coming in with the same game plan. She is going to perform the more difficult vault, but this is her first vault. It is a little simpler than that other vault.
Today, all week long, has been better.
That was a great vault for Morgan. Lots of power.
Get up and over the top and get it in.
Probably
It is aggressive, 100% aggressive. Okay.
As Elfie mentioned, she will do a much more difficult vault.
This one is only out of a 9.6. Remember, that's the maximum value she can score on this vault.
Little bit conservative on this landing. She plays it a little bit safe.
Takes deductions on the landing.
Now here's the deal. I mean, if you finish top 3 at the end of the competition tomorrow, you know, they've got to send you to the Olympic Games. But what about if you're 6th or 7th and Bella really believes in you like he believes in Morgan White? It's a complicated world right now.
Morgan came into the national championships upgrading all 4 apparatus. This is one of the events, the second vault. It was new for her at the national championships and it didn't go very well.
Thing you have to remember is not all of the athletes will do all the events at the Olympic Games, so there is strategy this time around. This is where she struggled at the Nationals. Well, yeah,
Great job. Just gonna have to bend those knees a little bit. All right, good job, Morgan.
I don't know, I gotta tell you, I think that Morgan's face was a little bit more truthful than Mary Lee's comments right there.
It was big, it was aggressive, okay? It was aggressive. Good job. Good stuff.
And speaking of aggressive, Jamie Dantzscher gets a 9.625, so her status will hold. And speaking of status, how about Elise Ray? She will go to the Olympics. She's one of the few locks, sure things that we have here in Boston today. And she will go there with the stature of being the United States national champion. What does she want to do here at the trials?
Well, she wants to do a lot more than just make the team. Like you said, that's just about it for sure. She can establish herself as one of the serious contenders to win not 1, but maybe up to several medals at the Olympic Games.
Another thing that she's trying to prove to Bella Caroli is that she's worthy of that final spot on the team when it comes to deciding the lineup at the Olympic Games. She wants the big scores.
And as you heard from Elise Ray earlier, she is not afraid of being the leader of the United States team.
Huge dismount. World-class gymnastics right there.
I have to remind everyone that what makes this athlete so special is her technique, her form, her style.
And the height.
Look at that. What she did in St. Louis was connect the 2 release moves. Doesn't need to do it here because she has a lot of difficulty already.
There with Kristen Maloney, the 2-time national champion. There's no rivalry here between these two. There's a lot of respect, and that's to be said among all of the 14 women who are competing here.
Stoy.